Older men declare war, but it is the youth who fight and die. Herbert Hoover. In the 20th century alone, over 160 million people have died worldwide due to wars and genocides. This is equal to the entire populations of both the Philippines and Vietnam. The cost of these wars, both physical and emotional, is too high to keep on declaring them frivolously. The Weinberger Doctrine for U.S. engagement in foreign affairs states that the United States will not engage in a conflict without strong support from its citizens. However, in recent years, the American public has rejected, not supported, such conflicts. An example of such rejection is seen in Vietnam, where at its highest point, public support for the war was 66%, and on average, public support was 45%. The same pattern continues in Iraq today, where only 35% of the American population supports Operation Iraqi Freedom. However, despite all the death and destruction that these wars cause, the emotional scarring that they leave is much deeper to those who survive. This is demonstrated in the novel All Quiet on the Western Front. This story follows a World War I soldier stationed on the front line. Gradually, each of his comrades die until he is the last one left, succumbing alone to death. Along the way, it is shown how war changes soldiers, how those who live, experience trauma, become numb to emotion, and forget all other ways of life but the constant struggle to survive. This is a form of mental illness known as post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Soldiers that suffer from PTSD can also relive combat experiences, experience anxiety, go through withdrawal, or emotionally detach themselves from other people. PTSD is treatable with therapy, although its effects can take months, sometimes years to reverse. It also affects family relationships, where soldiers that suffer are 6 times more likely to divorce than those that do not, and also are inclined to suffer from alcohol and drug abuse. Based on this horrible emotional scarring caused by combat and the sheer volumes of death due to wars that are not supported by the public, it can be said that wars are not to be declared frivolously. War should be reserved for a specific purpose that is otherwise unavoidable and with overwhelming support of the public. Such a situation would be World War II. In that scenario, there were genocides occurring in Europe, and the United States was attacked on its home soil. When the next opportunity presents itself, remember both the physical and emotional costs that soldiers from all countries experience. Seek diplomatic solutions and gather proper intelligence before engaging in a risky act such as war. Remember that it is the soldiers who risk their lives and sanity every day to fight for a country's agenda. Respect their risk and consider carefully the effects of war not expressed in the body count.